take action on to file a lien on the city of York and everything.
Now, what exactly is the lien for, Mr. Campbell?
Okay, all right. That is dealing with the officers for the fees that the county would accumulate. The county don't have the funding to take upon that action without having the time to look in all of the necessaries that we would have needed to look into to make sure that everything would be all right. And we had a work session. I know you know, if you did, you all, I think, got notification. We had a work session with the city of York probably that Monday before the following Monday.
Yeah, I don't do work sessions.
Okay, I understand.
It's my understanding from that work session, though, that there was discussion. Excuse me. It was my understanding from that work session that there was discussion, but there was no decision made.
Right, exactly. That was true. That was discussion. We needed to gather information. We had told the city of York there were certain things that we needed to check upon, liability, other factors, our our 911 director, which is our county engineer, county administrator, and sheriff were going to get together along with our county attorney, city of York attorney, and gather information. The next thing we know...
Yeah, but now, I don't mean to cut you off, but now I understood that. I did go to a public meeting for York.
Okay.
They explained all of that. That was discussed, but there was no decision made. They said that they asked the county if they would do the dispatch, and the county said they were going to have to get some more information before they could give an answer.
Right.
So they weren't able to give them an answer at that meeting, and they did. The mayor did point out that you all didn't have much notice, and it was and she understood why you needed more information. Now that was last Friday.
Right.
Now this point about the lien. Now, from what I understand, because New York didn't have a dispatcher, they had to let go of the police force. They couldn't have police officers without a dispatcher, without a way of contacting them. It's there was some legal ramifications involved. So it's either you got to have dispatchers and police, or no dispatchers and no police, but you can't have one without the other. So that brings me to my question for today is, it was brought to our attention that the county has now, since that meeting, filed a lien against the city of York to provide police protection.
Yes, we on Monday in the regular session meeting, we took action to file a lien. Yes, we did.
Now, the county don't have a lien against other towns for providing police protection, to my understanding. Y'all don't. Are y'all paid by Gainesville and Amel and Bellamy and the other towns that don't have police?
York is the city of York is on a different beat than all of those.
Is on a different what now?
City of York will be different than the town of Gainesville. Am I correct? Whereas we're taking upon another responsibility by providing those services where additional officers will have to be in that particular area doing. There's not just an officer posted in Bellamy all the time.
Has York asked that a deputy be posted in York?
No, not to my understanding, Mr. Ward. No, they haven't. Nothing as far as anything specifically been asked. I'm not aware. We received a letter from the city of York stating that they was going to close their police department down Friday or either Saturday as of 7 a.m. We received a letter from them.
But did they ask let me make sure I know you answered this already. Let me make sure I reiterate. Did the city of York ask the county commission to post a deputy in York full time or at all times?
No, not to my understanding. I haven't heard that. No.
Okay. So what is the basis then if the county is not charging Gainesville and DeMille and Bellamy and other towns for police protection? What is the basis for charging York? Is it because the county plans to do that and they're asking York preemptively to pay for it? What are the bases? Because what I'm thinking is if y'all are going to have York pay, you're going to have to ask Epps and Emile and Gainesville and other towns to pay. Is it because York is larger? Has there been some kind of communications or correspondence between the county and York that would explain or would necessitate them being charged?
Because we're taking on the additional responsibility as far as their calls coming in. It was just after discussion that.
But has there been now a agreement to accept calls from York or to do dispatching for York? Am I to understand the county now has decided that they will provide dispatching service for the city of York?
Yes, that was a decision that the sheriff made, that he would take upon that responsibility as accepting.
But now tell me this: does he have a choice? If a town does not have a police department in the county, does he have did he do that? Was he under the impression that he had a choice?
Now that question you would have to ask him. I cannot answer for him. But
did he say that New York needed to be charged?
Did he say no? I haven't heard him say that. No, I haven't.
Well, whose decision was it then to charge York for a police that is not there? That's not there because the town, they're having a meeting today at 6 o'clock to discuss the fact that they don't have a police, and I'm getting an impression from you that the county plans to post a deputy in York at all times.
No, I didn't say that. No, and that's not the impression you should get from me.
Okay. So if the county is not going to have a deputy in York, posted in York at all times, then what is the reason? They take calls from Epps and Emile and Bellamy and Gainesville. They don't charge them. So why would they charge York or feel that if they're not going to have a police there, they're not going to have a deputy there, then they're going to be managing York the same way they would any other town. So why then would York have to pay? That's the question.
Okay. Well, right now that's the decision we made, whereas taking on those additional responsibilities that are going to be coming to the county.
But what additional responsibilities?
Whereas additional calls are going to be coming in from York. We don't respond to Livingston calls. City of Livingston have their police department.
But Livingston has a police department.
Right.
York don't.
Right.
So if York don't have a police department, that makes them like Gainesville and Epps and Bellamy and Emile.
Well, Bellamy is not incorporated. Gainesville is a town, not a city. There's only City of York and the City of Livingston, to my understanding, that are four cities in Sumter County.
So Gainesville and Emile are not incorporated towns. They have a mayor and council.
Yeah, they're incorporated, but the towns are and everything. But we took action on that.
But hold on just a minute. Gainesville and Emile are incorporated towns, correct?
They are.
York is an incorporated town, right?
Yeah, city.
Okay. So you're saying that the reason why York is...
No, I'm not saying that, Mr. Ward. I'm saying we took action.
Wait a minute, Mr. Campbell. I don't want to be, I'm not trying to antagonize you now. But now I understand you took action.
Correct.
I understand action was taken. That's why I called. I wouldn't.
Right.
I'm not. I understand clearly that action was taken.
Correct.
But my question is, why was the action taken? Why was action taken to charge York and not, if you're not going to charge Gainesville in a mail, and they're incorporated towns and they have a mayor and council, why would you charge York? Is it because York is a bigger town? Is that what you're saying to me? Because York is bigger? Or is it because York is going to have a deputy posted there and the other towns don't?
No, we haven't decided. We haven't decided as far as the formation that for covering York, if one or two or however method what the sheriff will use to protect.
But Mr. Campbell, how could a decision be made to charge York if a decision hadn't been made on exactly what you're going to do for them?
The decision was made because of the fact by the calls that will be coming in, the additional 911 calls, because it's going to cost the county additional funding to take on the calls coming in. It's going to be an extra responsibility. Their 911 calls are now coming to the county. So
you're saying that the county is charging York because of the additional calls that will be coming from York to the county.
Correct.
Now, why don't the county charge Gainesville?
I can't. Mr. Ward, is to answer your question, the county has placed a lien against.
Well, I already know that.
Okay.
Is the county going to now start charging a mail in Gainesville?
Again, we're talking about the city of York. We ain't talking about no other city.
I understand that, but you've answered that question.
Yes.
Is the county going to now start charging other towns, municipal? Other towns that have that are incorporated. Would they now be charged?
We're just talking about the city of York.
I understand that.
I'm just dealing with the city of York, Mr. Ward. I can't answer no other questions concerning no other town or no other city. We're just talking about the city of York. We made a decision on Monday. Your colleague was there. He got the tape. If something he didn't relate to you, Mr. Ward, he got the tape on everything that was discussed. And to go back to your question, we're not talking about no other town now. I just want to be clear. We're talking about only the city of York. That's what we're talking about. Met with the city of York in a work session. You said you don't do work session.
No.
And then we got when we got back a letter. We got a letter from the city of York stating that they was gonna do what they did by closing their police department. So and at this moment right now, the county is taking upon that responsibility that we did place a lien on the city of York. We sure did. And it's concerning the additional cost that the county will incur to have the calls and that additional protection for the city of York.
How much money did you estimate that to be? Because I was told $450,000.
Yes, sir. That is right in the one to $450,000, $460,000. Yes, sir.
Is that annually?
Right now, that would be during a fiscal year. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I wanted to speak with you directly about it, and I will. If I have any more questions, I'll speak with you about it. But thank you for explaining.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right.